A champion is bred from hard times, scarred minds standing on the ledge. The squad grind all time, victory in spite of opposition. Welcome to competition. You pick a side, I pick a side, they pick a side. Take a knee against abuse, they rather you die. Pushing through dark tunnels, trying to shed light. The fight is on the moment we enter the game of life. Get it right before the whole thing gone dead. Let's go ahead and take it there. Meet me on the edge.
Welcome to Edge of Sports, only on the Real News Network. I'm Dave Zirin, and I have some choice words about a burgeoning, heated debate taking place between Senator Chuck Schumer and me. Yes, you heard that correctly, so let's go. Okay, look, at first I was shocked when Chuck Schumer, standing in the well of the U.S. Senate, called an article I wrote anti-Semitic. I was told his problem was that I described last month's massive Stand With Israel march, where Schumer spoke, a hate rally. I was actually gratified that he'd seen the piece, and I was ready to argue that the anti-Palestinian hate on display that day, as well as the platforming of anti-Jewish Christian Zionists, gave me more than enough validity for my harsh description. But then I read Schumer's full remarks, remember, said in the well of the U.S. Senate, and I was horrified. As a proud Jewish dude, I was shocked that Schumer would use my article as an example, along with synagogue vandalization and Nazi hate crimes, as part of a rising tide of anti-Semitism. But by the way, in his litany of anti-Semitic examples, Elon Musk's recent actions, curiously, did not merit a mention. Look, let's be clear. Schumer is weaponizing the incendiary charge of anti-Semitism against me and the magazine where I wrote the article, The Nation, as a cover to slander the left generally and specifically the movement of a new generation of Jews marching and getting arrested in the name of a permanent ceasefire. He is also obfuscating his own craven efforts to ally with actual anti-Semites and genocidal Israeli politicians in the name of this war on Gaza. Is that too harsh? Am I being too harsh? Well, I attended, like Chuck Schumer, the Stand With Israel rally, and I know what I saw. I saw Chuck Schumer join hands with Christian Zionist Speaker of the House Mike Johnson and share a stage with notorious anti-Jewish bigot Reverend John Hagee. I also saw a rousing ovation for Israeli President Isaac Herzog, who has recently called for a total war on all Palestinians, saying, "It's an entire nation that's responsible." In addition, I saw a way over his head Van Jones call for peace, only to be shouted down by the crowd as he stumbled off the stage. Now, Schumer either spent that day with his head in the sand or he supports these kinds of alliances, and my fear is that it's the latter. Calling the rally a hate rally could not have been more appropriate. Also, let's be clear. Anti-Semitism is not criticizing an intensely pro-war rally held in your home city just days after thousands marched for a ceasefire and lasting peace. Anti-Semitism is when people like Schumer bind Zionism, a 150-year-old political ideology, and Judaism, a 5,000-year-old religion, to such a repugnant degree that he wants the world to believe that Israeli war crimes are being justly committed in our name as Jews. In addition, Schumer's desire to hand over billions in weapons to the Elon Musk and Christian Zionist supporting government of Benjamin Netanyahu also aids anti-Semitism. He is providing cover for people who despise our faith because they also unconditionally support Israel's total war on Gazan civilians. So Chuck Schumer, heal thyself and stop supporting war crimes being committed in our name. This posture is dangerous to Jews everywhere because it stokes even more anti-Semitism. I gotta say, I'm also disturbed that Schumer would choose this week to engage in these attacks. A week where so many of us are still in shock over the shooting of 3 Palestinian U.S. college students in Burlington, Vermont. The war has come home, and Schumer's instinct in the face of these fires is to put it out with gasoline. So let me be clear. Senator Chuck Schumer, you are invited to come on to the Real News Network with me and debate out these questions of who, in fact, is aiding anti-Semitism. I will posit that it's you. The invitation's out there. We'll see what you say. For the Real News Network and Edge of Sports, I'm Dave Zirin.
Thank you so much for watching the Real News Network, where we lift up the voices, stories, and struggles that you care about most. And we need your help to keep doing this work. So please, tap your screen now, subscribe, and donate to the Real News Network. Solidarity forever.